Hey guys, that's my best friend Shenielle.
And that's the best friend Janelle.
So, last week we did a 90s theme kind of video and it was super fun and we wanted to kind of do more.
Yes.
Because it took us back to our childhood and it took us back to just us growing up, and so yeah, we're nostalgic.
Yeah, that's who we are.
And as you can see, Shenielle has her little outfit going on. Oh, show them the skirt though. This is literally an outfit that I used to wear in high school. That's to tell you how much I've changed. I used to always rock the headbands. This was one of my favorite shirts that I used to wear with some white sweats, or track pants as we call it.
That's true.
Yes. Or I would have like pigtails with bubbles in it.
And her,
or ponytails.
with her lollipop.
With my lollipop sticking out of it.
I remember
like an actual blow pop.
Yeah. Which she would then eat around like 5th, 6th period, around lunchtime.
It was around lunchtime.
So she could just like...
And I used to always wear like black or white headbands as well with my little hoops, which I don't have any more silver hoops, but yeah.
I'll rock them for you.
So yeah, we just decided to go back old school.
Taking it back old school, the new school. The new school. Whatever, y'all.
I can't with you. So what are we doing this week?
We are going to name some of our favorite 90s stuff.
The stuffs. All the stuffs.
Yes.
So what are we starting with?
Our favorite TV show from the 90s.
Number 1 favorite TV show. There's so many.
I know. Especially what we did last week. I'm like...
All right, yeah, you go first.
All right. So I thought it had to be between one of two. And the first one would be Family Matters, because I love Steve Urkel. I thought it was just hilarious. I love like corny stuff. And just the things that Steve Urkel would do, but he was also dropping knowledge. And I don't know, it's just really funny. But I think like number 1 above that would be The Cosby Show. Because just, a black family during those times, they were middle class. They were not, they were more encouraging knowledge, uplifting the black community, letting you know like one was a doctor, the other was a lawyer, and they still had a house full of children, and they were always rearing them. There was always knowledge. Anytime I would just go on the channel or watch it, I was like, that's really cool. And I love how they kept the fun in the house. So, like, knowing that, you could have fun in your family. So I definitely try to do that in my household. Like, the kids is a happy, fun place. We're learning, we're cultivating this atmosphere of just growth and potential, and I love it.
Okay, so I really can't really choose.
I can't really choose.
I really can't. But I guess I'm gonna just go with like the 2 main ones that I feel like I've seen every episode of, and like I grew up on it. So for sure, like I said last week, Sailor Moon was one of those shows.
My gosh. Yes.
I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. Like, I would be like late to school watching Sailor Moon because it would come on in the mornings.
Yes. Which I recorded.
Oh no, I didn't record. I just sat there and watched, and then I went and woke my dad up and like to take me to school.
But remember, they moved it from like during the time that we would wake up for school to like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So my sister, who's 8 years older than me, would then record it on our VHS, and we'd come home from school and work and watch
I had a best friend at the time who was like equally as obsessed, and after school I'd go to her house and then I'd watch those episodes at her house. So yeah. But no, Sailor Moon was definitely it, and then Fresh Prince was it in the evening.
I know.
So like when we came home from school, my cousins and I would all just like gather around and watch Fresh Prince. Or they would watch Dragon Ball Z and like make me watch, but Dragon Ball Z was never my show. It never will be my show.
Let's put some boys that's like, 90s, Dragon Ball Z is definitely it.
And like Pokemon and stuff. Like I used to play Pokemon, but like Pokemon will never be my TV show. It will never be my favorite. It was my cousin's favorites, and I grew up around a bunch of boys. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Fresh Prince and Sailor Moon.
Okay.
Next question.
I just thought of this one. What's your favorite 90s game?
You just dropping stuff in?
Yes, boo.
Alright,
Yes.
90s game. Okay, so are we talking about what kind of game? Like video games, like box?
It doesn't matter. 90s.
Okay, well, on my Super Nintendo, one of my favorite games was definitely Donkey Kong. Like my cousin had Donkey Kong 2 and I had Donkey Kong 3, and my other cousin had Donkey Kong 1, so we just like would literally play through all of it. And one of my cousins was older than us, and he would just always complain when we made him lose, and he'd get upset and lock us out the room, and yeah. But Donkey Kong was it in video game form. There's too much. There's so much.
So for me, it was definitely Pogs. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that wasn't really my fave, but I definitely used to collect them.
Exactly.
I did collect them, and up to like recently, I think I gave them away at this point or like threw them out. I don't know, but it was like a huge carton of like the slammers and like
So there's the Pugs and then the Tamagotchis. You remember the Tamagotchis?
Yeah, I mean, I had a Gigapet and a Nano Pet at some point, but like it was never anything that I was like obsessed with. It was like they would die and I'd be like, oh, poor you.
Well, not me. I was sitting here at class. I gotta feed my dog.
I can't.
Hold on, he needs to play. Yeah. So I was the avid mother for Tamagotchis and Nano Pets, Giga Pets, any pets out there. I was the mother.
I think I was kind of late on the craze, and that's what happened to me. Because, like, I didn't get one until, like, after everybody was, like, obsessed with them. And then, like, people weren't as obsessed when I got mine. So then I kind of was just like, oh, okay, it's fun. But, like, everybody else moved on to something else. And, yeah. It's like, okay, you're going to sit there now.
She was always our late bloomer.
No, I mean, everybody else was playing with Gigapets, and my dad was just like, okay, I'm buying you an educational computer. And I was like, but Dad.
I wanted to get
But Dad.
Our favorite slow jam.
Casey and JoJo All My Life.
All my life.
Pray for someone like you. Ow! And I thank God
I finally found you.
Back in the 90s, yeah, that was definitely like my favorite slow jam.
Mine definitely would have to be like some Jodeci. Freak me, baby. Oh, yeah.
We used to literally like run through the hallways like screaming that at each other.
Let me lick up and down till you say stop. Oh, baby. Let me play with your body, baby, till you say stop.
Yo, in the hallways at school, like we would literally be on one end of the hallway and I'm on the other end, and we're just like yelling it. Everybody's around us like, what is wrong with y'all?
But everyone knew we were coming together in the middle, and it was going to turn up.
Anyway, moving on.
What's your favorite 90s outfit?
Okay, so I definitely had a pair of overalls. That was like one of my favorite things of life because it was super comfy, and it was a hand-me-down. It belonged to my aunt, and my aunt had the courage to fill them out. But as you can tell, I've always been small. I've always been hella skinny. So wearing the overalls that used to fit my aunt, like on the bottom where like my hips would have been if I had hips, was just super roomy. And so I used to like unbutton the top button, and then unbutton the top button over here, and I just kind of make it flap, and then put one strap of the overall. You couldn't have two. Yeah, like the other strap was just hanging behind my butt, and then I'd have like a little tube top or whatever.
With her hoops.
Yeah, with my hoops, and then maybe have some like boxer briefs underneath or something like that, or shorts or something like loose shorts. But yeah, that was definitely one of my faves of like ever.
I don't think like that was the 90s. Like the 90s was very comfy. It was everything was kind of loose fitting. It was just real relaxed, and like we're going through life together.
Yeah.
Because that is also not the overalls. Like she loves the overalls.
Oh yeah.
But mine was more like the baggy shirts, the baggy pants. Like, remember Aaliyah back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like,
I
maybe
never got into that. I never got into the baggy stuff on the top, mainly because I didn't have no boobs, and I wanted like stuff that emphasized the little boobs that I did have. So that's why I have my little halter, my tube tops, or whatever. And
I am a girl.
exactly, because I didn't have no kind of body back then. So yeah, no, the baggy stuff, like it was just my overalls. It was just hella comfy.
I love the baggy. I mean, my mom definitely didn't let me rock them. You feel me? But I love it. Like, that was my favorite. I want that. I wish I could have, would have, but yeah. That wasn't me. I was a child that had the baggy shirt, the straight jean pants that was like still a little, yeah, that was
like mom jeans.
Yeah, the mom jeans. That was it. And you know what? I rocked it.
But you did have the bell bottoms.
Oh my gosh.
Which came back in the 90s.
That's very true. Like, I love the bell bottoms. Like, that's for real. And not only that, but then growing up in Miami, it was like super duper tight, and then the bottom was like all flared out. Like, I had massive flare bell bottoms, and my mom let me wear those, so yeah. I was rocking the bell bottoms. Favorite 90s movie?
Okay, so this is hard for me because I wasn't allowed to watch movies. Like I had to catch up on my childhood basically when I turned like a teenager.
That's
because
true.
The majority of movies that were out there like were too advanced for me according to my parents. So they definitely didn't, even when it was PG-13 and I was 13, it was like, no, you're still too young for that. So I don't know if I even have a favorite 90s movie, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to my big sister Cherie, because she always was helping a sister out. I like grew up on her tail skirts, and even though I wasn't supposed to, I snuck and watched movies with her. And definitely like Friday.
Oh yeah, the first time I saw Friday, I was probably like 19.
Yeah, I would come out then.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, I had to catch up.
I mean, there was Friday. There were George of the Jungle. Like, Sex to Get Young.
No, I never watched George of the Jungle until like much later.
You ever watch any of the JTT movies? Remember Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Oh, okay, I have one.
Come on, guys.
Mighty Ducks.
Okay. Yay!
No, but
was not expecting that.
No, but the Mighty Ducks series, I don't know, I was allowed to watch that, I guess, because there was a bunch of kids.
No, my all-time favorite is Home Alone.
I saw one of the Home Alones.
What?
But I didn't watch it at that point either. I think I really only watched what my parents allowed me to watch, number one, but also what they wanted to watch, and they didn't want to watch no Home Alone. So, but definitely on the Disney Channel, and like even before that, they would be playing Mighty Ducks, and so I've seen all those series, and even from the hospital, they used to play it on TV in the hospital. Like, I grew up on Mighty Ducks. I like Mighty Ducks. Is that the last one?
No, the last one. Our favorite 90s girl band or boy band?
Spice Girls.
I knew she was going to say that. Okay.
Okay, wait. Spice Girls was girl band, and then
mine too.
And then my favorite boy band would have been, I was a Backstreet Boys chick. I wasn't an NSYNC chick.
Why you got like, that's exactly my girl band, boy band. Like, that's why you're my best friend.
Oh God. And we didn't even know each other at that point. We didn't.
No.
But I had like girlfriends who used to come over my house in the neighborhood, and we'd like pretend to be the Spice Girls.
Who were
and like
you?
I was either posh or scary.
You couldn't be Scary Spice.
But it was, I didn't act like her, but I looked more like her than any of the other girls I used to hang out with. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why they made me Scary Spice by default.
Yeah. But we used to like practice all their songs and their dance moves, and yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
And then when I got a little bit older, it became TLC.
Oh yes. Yeah.
But Spice Girls was definitely it.
Mm-hmm.
And Backstreet Boys.
What did you think about TLC?
No, but it was a little bit older.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we just had to take you guys down memory lane because we went down memory lane last week and we wanted to stay there a little bit. This is super fun. Like, just, I'm talking about old school stuff because, no offense, but y'all generation, y'all didn't have it.
No.
Y'all ate it.
Yeah. Not even playing. It belongs to us.
Now you're going to see all the little ones popping up like, okay, Grandma.
I'm not no grandma, okay?
Anyway.
I'm Storm.
Come back next week, either Wednesday or Thursday, for another video.
So you can see our beautiful faces.
You gotta stop singing that, man.
No.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, come back, and tell all your friends all about us, because we're fun and we're funny.
And let us know, like, some of your 90s favorite. Did we miss anything? Did we, like... Do y'all want to continue? Do you guys want to sit on memory lane with us?
That's our best friend, Shenielle.
And that's our best friend, Shenielle. Bye, y'all.
I got it. I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. You like my hair?
Go ahead, you.